Good day, learners. I am Joylyn Tisabitsana, and on behalf of my mates, I will be presenting to you our assigned chapter, which is the Department of Justice and its attached agencies. Now, before we will start in this lesson, we have these learning objectives so that at the end of this chapter, you will be able to learn.
Hello everyone, I am Shinley Cruz, and let's appreciate the vision and mission of the Department of Justice. The vision ages a peaceful society anchored in the principles of transparency, accountability, fairness, and the truth. Mission effective, efficient, equitable administration of justice. Its vision is to seek the truth, implementing what is right. Like for example, transparency. It means we are transparent about our action and decision. Their mission is in order to achieve or implement its vision, the DOJ must be lenient, implementing the rules without favor for the effective and credible agency. Before we end the discussion, I would like to introduce to you the Secretary of the Department of Justice, Mr. Jesus Crispin C. Romolo. Mr. Romolo, he finished his primary studies in the De La Salle in the Taft Avenue, his secondary Ateneo de Manila High School, his pre-law Bachelor of Arts major in Political Science in the University of the Philippines.
Hi, I'm A.G. Cosep. I will be discussing the topic number 2, Mandate of Department of Justice. DOJ derives mandates from the Executive Order EO 292 or the Administrative Code of 1987. The mandate of the DOJ is to uphold the rule of law. Its mission is to establish and maintain a just and orderly society through an effective, speedy, and compassionate administration of justice. According to the EO 292, Section 1987, the DOJ is the government's principal law agency. It is enabling laws provide for the general qualification and limitation in the appointment of the members of the cabinet. The purpose of such requirements is to ensure that the appointees possess necessary skills, expertise, and integrity essential to job. The DOJ is the government legal counsel and representative in litigation and proceeding requiring to service of lawyer, implements the Philippines laws on the admissions and stay of aliens within its territory, and provides free legal service to indigent and other qualified citizens. The Department of Justice in the Philippines plays as a crucial role in the admission of justice, law enforcement, legal service, and the protection of human rights. Its mandate aims to ensure public safety, maintain of the rule of law, and protect the rights and welfare of the individuals in the country. And my discussion ends here. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Rick Baron and I will discuss the powers and function of DOJ. According to the Administrative Code of 1987, the following are the powers and function of DOJ. We have 8 powers and function of DOJ. First, we have act as principal law agency of the government and as a legal counsel representative thereof whenever so required. So, ang DOJ ay may kapangyarihan to act bilang punong ahensya ng batas at ng pamahalaan at bilang legal na tagapayo at kinatawan kung kinakailangan. Second, investigate the commission of crimes, prosecute offenders, and administer the probation and correction system. The DOJ may kapangyarihan to investigate the commission of crimes, pusigin ng mga nagkasala. And third, extend free legal assistance or representation to indigent and poor litigant in criminal cases and non-commercial civil dispute. So, if you are indigent or walang kakayahang kumuha ng katulong, you are qualified to have free legal assistance or representation. Fourth, preserve the integrity of land titles through proper registration. So, ang DOJ ay may kakayahang pangalanan na ang integridad ng lupa or ng titulo ng lupa sa pamamagitan ng tamang pagre-rehistro. Fifth, investigate and arbitrate untitled land dispute involving small landowners and member of indigenous cultural communities. So, imbestigahan na arbitrasyon ng mga hindi pagkakaunawaan sa lupa na kinasasangkutan ng maliliit na may-ari ng lupa at mga membro ng katutubo. And 6, provide immigration and naturalization regulatory services and implement the laws governing citizenship and admission and stay of aliens. So the DOJ ay may kapangyarihan magpatupad ng mga batas na namamahala sa pagkamamamayan at ang pagpasok at pananatili ng mga dayuhan. And 7, provide legal services to the national government and its functionaries, including government-owned or controlled corporation and their subsidiaries. The DOJ ay nagbibigay ng mga legal na serbisyo sa pambansang pamahalaan at sa mga functionaries nito, kabilang ang pag-aari o kontroladong korporasyon ng gobyerno. And last, 8, perform such other function as may provided by the law. And my discussion ends here.
Hi, I'm Regine Salas, and I will be the one reporting the topic number 4, which is the attached agencies of DOJ and their respective functions. The attached agencies of DOJ, number 1, Office of the Solicitor General. Office of the Solicitor General, it is tasked to represent the people of the province, the government, its agencies, instrumentalities, officials, and agents, and any litigation, proceeding, investigation, or matter requiring the service of a lawyer. Ang Solicitor General, siya ang ginakuha sa government na mag-represent sa court. Ang example diri, ang lawyer. Number 2, Office of the Government Corporate Council. Government Corporate Council, it has emerged as the premier law office of the government-owned and controlled corporations, their subsidiaries, and other offsprings, and government-acquired asset corporation. Sila ang gatiman sa government-owned na property kanang natural resources. Number 3 kay Bureau of Immigration. Bureau of Immigration, formerly known as the Commission on Immigration. Deportation, renamed through the Administrative Code of 1987. This group acts as a collegial body of exercises and quasi-judicial powers affecting the entry and stay of the foreign nationals in the country. Ang Bureau of Immigration, sila ang gabuhat og batas og ga-control sa mga tao nga musulod og magstay diri sa atong nasod. Number 5, Public Attorney's Office. Public Attorney's Office is an attached agency of DOJ, which is provides indigent litigants free legal assistance. Again, this is given to people who cannot provide a counsel. Number 6, Alternative Dispute Resolution Act of 2004. Its main objective is to promote and develop and expand the use of alternative dispute resolution in the private and public sectors. Ang ADR, sila ang garesolba sa away or alitan managsilingan sa gamay rugod kaayo, sila ang taga-resolve. Ang example dira, pusay sa purok or sa barangay, sa lupon, mauna siya. And my discussion ends here.
Hi, I'm Ividel Babo, and I will be discussing the topic number 5, the organizational structure of DOJ. DOJ organizational structure, sa bawat employees may naka-assign sa kanila na dapat nilang sundin. And then, meron din silang kanya-kanyang rank kung sino man ang pinakamataas na rank yun ang susundin nila. Example for others is director, manager, and employees. If the director orders something or say something to the manager should tell him or her employees. But in Department of Justice, as they have a Secretary of Justice, and those under him are the Administrative Service, Financial Service, Planning and Management Service, and lastly as the technical staff. Secretary of Justice. The Department of Justice is headed by the Secretary for Justice, whose paramount duty is to maintain the rule of law. Of Secretary of Justice. Before, the Secretary of Justice is Laila de Lima. Now, the new Secretary of Justice in the Philippines is Mr. Jesus Crispin Remula. Administrative Service coordinates and direct a broad range of service that allow organizations to operate efficiently. Financial Service accept deposit and reliable funds and make loans. Example of financial service is bank account, credit card, insurance company. And planning and management service is the planning can help managers improve their decision-making skills. Technical staff means those staff employed in any of the following classification: dietitian, physiotherapist, occupational therapist, or speech pathologist.
Hi everyone, I am Denli People Mano and I'm going to present to you the topic 6, the mandates of the Bureau of Corrections. According to the Bureau of Corrections Act of 2013, Bucor has the following mandates, RA 10575 Section 4. Kumbaga pa ito yung 5 commandments at sinusunod ng Bucor. So number 1, safe keep prisoners, national inmates convicted by courts 3 years and 1 day and above to serve sentence in prison. So safe keep of national inmates. The safekeeping of inmates shall include 1. Proper observance of prescribed privileges such as regulated communication, visitation, and number 2. Efficient processing of necessary documentary requirements and records for their timely release. So number 2. And next is keep prisoners from committing crimes while in Bucor custody. So ensures that prisoners are securely and humanely confined, making sure they don't escape and are treated fairly. It also ensures that inmates are completely incapacitated from further committing criminal acts and have been totally cut off from their criminal networks while serving sentence inside the premises of the National Penitentiary. Number 3. Provide inmates basic needs as human beings. So, the safekeeping of inmates shall moreover comprise decent provision for their basic needs, which include habitable quarters and food, water, clothing, and medical care. So, number 4, ensure rehabilitation programs are made available to the inmates for their physical, intellectual, and spiritual development. So, facilitate programs that aim to reintegrate prisoners back into society upon release. So, this includes moral and spiritual program, educational training program, health welfare program, and behavior modification program. So number 5, develop livelihood programs to assist inmates earn a living and develop their skills while in prison. So the objective is to train the inmates' livelihood skills, provide services, and improve the moral, spiritual aspects of their life. So example, work and livelihood program. This refers the administration of skills development programs on work and livelihood to achieve self-sufficiency of inmates in the prison community.
Good day everyone, I am Edsel F. Balasoto and I'm going to discuss the organizational structure of Bureau of Correction. Office of the Director General. The Director General of the Bureau of Corrections, with the rank of Undersecretary Duning, the 4-star rank. Also, the Office of the Director General is located at New Bilibid Prison, Reservation in Muntinlupa. There is 5 structure under the Office of the Director General. First is Internal Affairs Services. This one serves as monitoring body of the character and behavior of all policemen and operates as the investigating and adjudicatory body on all administrative offenses committed by PNP personnel. Second is Public Information Office. This one is to figure who communicates timely information about their organization with member of the public. Third is Correction Training School. It's a school that gives training in some vocation or profession, and it's an institution for detaining and re-educating juvenile offenders. Fourth is Legal Service. It is involved legal or law-relating matters like issue of legal opinion, filing, pleading, and defending of lawsuits. Lawyer. Fifth is Bucor Business. Bucor Business Center is a place where business can rent offices, rooms, or for meetings, event, and move from a unit in a small business center.
I'm going to discuss the structure under Deputy Director General for Information. The first one is Directorate for Security and Operations. The Director exercises the command, the control, the direction, the coordination, and the supervision of all activities of PNP operations such as deployment and employment of personnel. The second one is the Directorate for Reformation. Reformation, which is the rehabilitation components of the Bucor presents correction system, shall refer to the acts which ensure the public, including families of inmates and their victims, that released national inmates are no longer harmful to the community. The third one is the Directorate for Reception and Diagnostics, shall be responsible for reception and classification of inmates admitted to the Bucor in accordance with national and international practices. The fourth one is Directorate External Relation. A Director of Communications and External Relation Plans develops, implements, and direct an effective and strategic communications, advertising, public relation, and external relation program. The fifth one is the Directorate for Administration, improving information systems, overseeing human resources requirements, updating senior executives, and analyzing financial data. The sixth one is Directorate for Planning Management. Recommended major discipline, termination, promotion, and transfer of departmental staff. The seventh one is Directorate of Finance. Is a decentralized structure of regional level depending on the tax and customs authority, which has the purpose to answer to the request for the clarification raised by taxpayer. The eighth one, the last one, is the Directorate for Health Services. Director of Health Services is responsible for evaluating and supervising the overall activities for health maintenance and the promotion of health department. And that's all our topic today. My discussion ends here. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, classmate. Hi, I'm Carl Jake Siginto, and I'm discussing the power and function of parole and probation administration. First is the granting parole probation. PPA grant parole probation is to eligible offenders. What is parole? A parole is releasing to inmate from prison before their sentence are completed. Like, example, drug user. Sinintensyahan siya ng 10 taon sa pagkakulong dahil nadakip siya na nagagamit ng drugs. Ang PPA ay nagkakandak ng grant parole na like kung may maganda kang record sa loob ng jail at wala kang pinapakitang mga suntukan or ano ba dyan sa loob, ay bibigyan ka ng PPA ng grant parole upang pwede kang makalaya in 5 years. While ang provision naman ay sa the offenders serve their sentence to the community under the provision. Example ng offenders is ang provision, true probation na hindi makukulong to serve the sentence ay pwede ka lang mag-community service. Number 2 is supervision monitoring. Through probationers, kung nag-follow sila sa utos ng court, ensuring compliance with the court order, condition, and accessing their progress. Example, hindi sila basta-basta makaka-travel basta ng ating country kung ang court order at PPA ay naga-monitor sa atin. Okay, number 3, rehabilitation program na tayo. PPA coordinates various rehabilitation program aimed at addressing the needs of paroleless probationers. Ang PPA ay meron silang gikandak na 3 program ng counseling, skill training, and substance abuse treatment. Doon tayo sa number 1. Sa counseling naman ay tinuturuan nila ang mga offenders upang yung mga dating ginawa nila ay hindi na nila ulitin, like ang bad effect ng drugs sa kanila. Ayun. Sa skill training na mag-conduct sila ng skill training upang ang mga offenders ay income sila, like sa paggawa ng handcraft. Ayun. Sa number 3 naman, ang substance abuse treatment. Ang mga offenders ay like ang mga offenders na nasubra ng paggamit ng drugs or na-addict na sila sa drugs, ganyan. Tinutulungan ng PPA yan upang bigyan ng gamot like medicine o medical treatment. Number 4 is the case management. PPA provides the case management service to help individuals successful integrated in society. Case management includes merong dalawa. Merong access education and employment. Ang access education naman, ang PPA coordinates to Department of Education through ALS, Alternative Learning System. Makapag-aral sila ulit sa loob ng kulungan ang mga offenders na hindi pa nakapagtapos tulad ng nasa high school. Ayan, nagkakandak sila sa loob niyan ng pag-aaral upang kahit pa paano makapagtapos naman yung nakakulong. Ang employment naman is ang PPA ay nagatulong sa offenders upang makahanap ng job. Like nasa loob sila ng jail, meron namang binibigyan ng mga tinutulungan ng mga PPA ang mga walang trabaho. Yung mga magagandang record. Like wala silang mga suntukan or ano bang nangyayari sa loob. Basta may magagandang record. Number 5 naman tayo, community-based program. Ang community-based program is to give paroleless and probationers to have chance to have restorative justice, communicate, and service and offenders reintegration. Ang PPA naman ay tumutulong sa mga paroleless and probationers to be community-based, helpful individual, and to be part again the community. Ang PPA ay nagbibigay community-based program ng paroleless at probationers na purpose nito para yung mga taong ito ay muling magbahagi ng ating komunidad at malaking tulong na rin ito sa kanila. Number 6 is the revocation of the parole and probation. The PPA can revoke the parole and probation if the offenders violate the condition their release. Example, yung mga paroleless at probationers ay dapat maging mabuting tao at hindi na muling gagawa ng illegal na labag sa batas. Dahil kahit sila ay pansamantalang nakalaya, ay maaari silang maikulong muli. Yung parole or probation na ginagawad sa kanila ay pwedeng bawiin ng PPA at balik kulungan sila. Number 7 is the victim service. PPA provides this is the very helpful to victim that need support and help the order to feel good and not low separated people. Dito ang PPA ay tumutulong sa kanila sa mga biktima ng krimen. Sila ay nagbibigay ng victim impact statement. Example of victim impact statement ay yung mga sinasabihan mo ang sarili mo sa umaga at pagkagising mo at bago ka matulog na hindi makapanakit ang attacker mo. Malaking tulong ang PPA na para maging kalmado ang biktima ng krimen. Number 8 is the policy development. PPA involved the developing policies. Since it has a better understanding of handling and paroleless and probationers, it can help the policies that guidance to these this to these people, they can help them greatly, and it has the direct supervision and management from them. Dahil dito, ang PPA ay involved sa parole and probation ng mga offenders. Sila ay may malaking tulong sa paggawa ng mga policies at guidance na mga policies upang maging mas mabuti ang parole and probation ng ating bansa, and may first-hand knowledge. Sila ay mga kaganapang hangin sa parole and probations. Number 9 is the community outreach and education. PPA teach paroles and probationers it rules the community outreach and education. This will help the later in the reintegration. Ang importante na ang PPA ay nagakandak ng community outreach ng education para malaman na ang mga nasa community, ang mga rules nito ay parole at probation. Dito nakakatuon ng mas magandang idea ang mga tao kung ano ang mga rules ng PPA. Dito rin sila nakakatulong na mga offenders muling maging bahagi ng ating komunidad. Ang ibang offenders ay nag-iisip sila na hindi sila muling maging bahagi ng society. Pero sa mga tulong ng PPA ay maging positibo ang mga offenders na pwedeng silang maging bahagi ng lipunan o ng society. Number 10 is the research and the data collection. May agency ang PPA na nag-conduct ng research at data gathering tungkol sa parole and probation. Kung saan ang mga kahalap na impormasyon ay gagamitin ng policy decision making tungkol sa parole and probation. Sa research at data collection naman ay ang agency na nasa PPA ay nakatulong maging epektibo pa ang mga functions and powers ng PPA upang beneficial ang parole probation sa mga offenders. Ayun lang po ang aking report, and maraming salamat.
Hi everyone, I am Jerlyn Sabitsana and I will be discussing the organizational structure of PPA. So this is the organizational structure of PPA. In PPA, they have their Office of Administrator. And then according to my research, the OIC Administrator of the Parole and Probation Administration, we have Attorney Bienvenido O. Benitez Jr. And then, he was appointed by our President Ferdinand E. Marcos Jr. last April 12, 2023. Sa PPA, ang tawag sa head nila ay Administrator. The question is, ano nga ba ang trabaho ng Administrator? So, it is act as head of the agency and executive officer of the administration. Next is the NRAC of our administrator. We have the Office of the Deputy Administrator. So, sa PPA, hindi chief yung tawag sa kanilang head, kundi ito ay administrator. Next, we have the Administrative Division. Administrative Division provides general supports services, namely management of disbursement and collection, public information dissemination through quadric media, records management, screening of applicants for hiring and promotion through psychological testing and evaluation, and also capability enhancement of personnel. After that, we have the Financial and Management Division. So, ang part na to ay sila yung mga nagmamanage sa mga gastusin. Sabi nga nila, as much as possible, less cost yung kailangan nilang gawin. They also have planning division. Ito yung mga pagpaplano nila kung paano nila ibibigay yung services nila. Next, they have the case management and records division. Naman ang lahat ng mga information, like kung paano ba nila i-retrieve yung mga files at kung paano nila isi-save. Also, they have the Community Service Division. Itong Community Service Division, ang role nito is to encourage the community on how to accept or on how to help the person undergoing community-based correction. Also, they have the Legal Division. Legal Division provides the legal opinion, advice, counsel to the administration. They have also a Technical Services Division. It evaluates and manages reports on application for parole or executive clemency and functions as the service arm of the agency to the Board of Pardons and Parole. Also, they have the Regional Parole and Probation Offices. It exercises supervision and control over all provincial and city parole and probation offices within their jurisdiction and perform such as duties as may be assigned by the administrator. And last, they have the provincial, city parole and probation offices. It undertakes the investigation of prisoners for probation and applicants for parole or executive clemency referred by courts. Board of Pardons and Parole supervises, rehabilitates probationers, parolers, pardoners, first minor drug offenders, and performs such other duties as may be assigned by the regional director. So that is the organizational structure of PPA. That's all for my part in this presentation. Thank you for listening.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Hakim Popol. I will be reporting the topic number 10. Number 1. Acts as the primary enforcement arm of the Department of Justice. And the President of the Philippines is ensuring that all foreigners within its territorial jurisdiction comply with existing laws. Based on my research, as the enforcement, we must act as the lead law enforcer for the Department of Justice and President of the Philippines to ensure that all foreigners came from different countries are complying and following the giving protocols of immigration laws to avoid any violation or against acts the law of Philippines. In short, we must lead to protect our country and its territory.
Number 2, assist local and international law enforcement agencies in securing the tranquility of the state against foreigners whose presence or stay may be deemed threats to national security, public safety, public morals, and public health.
Based on my opinion, as with the enforcer, we must help our locals and even international enforcement in executing laws to maintain achieving of the peace and help those foreigners who are staying and planning to do terrorism or any acts against security of our country. Number 3, acts as chief repository of all immigration records pertaining to entry, temporary sojourn, admission, residence, and departure of all foreigners in the country. In my opinion, we as the law enforcer must keep and have a proper recording of all the foreigner entering and exiting in our country to ensure that they are not violating of any laws of the Philippines and they are following order according to the laws. This is a good strategy to keep achieving tranquility and security of our country. My discussion is here. Thank you.
Hello, Ma'am and Sir. My name is Jasmarian Embesa. This is number 11, Board of Commissioner. The Bureau of Immigration is headed by the Commissioner, assisted by 2 Associate Commissioner for Administration and Operation, all of whom are appointed by the President upon the recommendation of the Justice Secretary. And the Commissioner and the 2 Associate Commissioner comprise the Board of Commissioner. A collegial, the body of granted with exclusive jurisdiction over deportation cases. Example, a foreigner in the Philippines can be a subject to deportation if they are found of a violation of immigration law, like violating the conditions of their visa or entry permit. The appellate jurisdiction over decision of the board, especially inquiry and platform, such other functions as may be provided by law, and the official power of make legal decision and judgment. And the last is the review of the lower court decision to see if any errors were made. My discussion is end. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, I am Regine Sales, and I will be the one reporting the topic number 12, which is the mandates of National Bureau of Investigation. The mandates of National Bureau of Investigation are the following. Number 1, conducting an investigation of crimes, including complex and high-profile cases. Ang high-profile cases, mauna sila nga case na nagahakot og atensyon sa publiko. Number 2, gathering and collating criminal intelligence, or pag-collect og information or pag monitor sa criminal activity sa usa ka tao. Number 3, providing assistance to other law enforcement agencies in their investigation. Ang NBI gahatag og assistance sa ubang agencies like VRPP, PNP sa ilahang investigation. Number 4, conducting forensic examinations and laboratory analysis. NBI nagakandak og forensic examinations like gakuha og evidence collection. Sa laboratory analysis, mao na siya ang gakandak sila test para makuha ang body fluids or tissue sa lawas sa tao. Number 5, enforcing law. Ang usa ka example sa nabuhat nga batas sa immigration law ay usa ka the Philippine Immigration Act of 1940. Number 6, in assisting the extradition of fugitives. Ang NBI sila ang ga-assist sa mga suspect nga nadakpan, ensuring the public safety and order. Sila naga-secure sa safety sa publiko. Implementing and enforcing laws related to issuance of passports and visas, or gapatuman sa balaod regarding sa paghatag og passports and visas sa mga foreign nationals na sulod sa bansa or magstay. Number 9, combating cybercrime and other forms of digital offenses. Ang digital na pagkakasala is, example dyan is yung hacking of accounts, fraud, and identity thief. Number 10, investigating and preventing the human trafficking and other transnational crimes. Ga-investiga o ga-prevent sa crimes, like for example sa kanang firearms trade, commercial sex, and fraud. And my discussion ends here.
Hi, I'm Janine Tejano, and we will tackle about the structure of NBI. The Republic Act 10867 of 2016 reorganized the present organizational structure of the NBI into the following. First is the Office of the Director, in which our newly appointed Director by the President Ferdinand Romualdo Marcos Jr. is Sir Melardo D. Lemos, wherein it plays a crucial role within the organization. It has primary functions such as coordination, leadership, reporting, public relations, and security, and counterterrorism. And also, it is the central of the agency's effective functioning and its ability to uphold the law, maintaining public order, and deal various forms of criminal activity. Under of the office of the director is the two deputy directors. First is the deputy director for operations, in which the newly appointed by the president is Attorney Jose Yap, who is responsible for managing and overseeing the operational aspects of the agency and ensuring that its investigative and law enforcement activities are conducted efficiently and effectively and accordance with established policies and legal standards. And second is the Office of the Deputy Director for Administration, in which the newly appointed by the President is Sir Antonio Pagapat, na kung saan ito yung instrument in terms of managing the administrative and support functions that makes the agency be able to carry out its investigative and law enforcement missions effectively. And there's these offices of the Assistant Directors for Investigation Service. Here, they ensures that investigations are conducted efficiently and effectively. It also collects and analyzes relevant information to support investigation and address emerging threats. The Office of the Assistant Directors for Investigation Service has the 7 following services, such as Investigation Service, which is the in-charge officer is Sir Jose Doloiras, and in Intelligence Service, the in-charge officer is Sir Rolly Bolivar, and in Comptroller Service, the in-charge officer is Sir Vicente de Guzman, and in Legal Service, the in-charge officer is Sir Rostico Behelia, and in Forensic and Scientific Research Service, the in-charge officer is Dr. Romel Papa, and in Human Resource and Management Service, the in-charge officer is Leo Edwin De Leoterio. And lastly, is the Information and Communications Technology Service, which is the in-charge officer is Sir Victor Lorenzo. These services are specialized units within the NBI, and each has a specific focus on addressing different types of criminal activities. They play a vital role in maintaining law and order, upholding the justice, and ensuring the safety and security of the public. And now, let's talk about the salient points of the National Bureau of Investigation Reorganization and Modernization Act of 2016. So here are some salient points of the Act. Number 1 is the creation of NBI Modernization Fund. This exists to provide a dedicated source of funding for modernizing and improving the NBI's equipment, technology, infrastructure, and overall capabilities, because it aims to enhance the agency's efficiency and effectiveness in carrying out its mission. And number 2 is to strengthen investigative powers. One of its functions is to enhance crime detection, which effectively detect and investigate various forms of criminal activities like organized crimes such as corruption, cybercrime, terrorism, and drug trafficking. It also helps the NBI to be able to respond more quickly to emerging threats and criminal activities, reducing the potential harm and damage caused by such incidents. Number 3. Centralized licensing and clearance system. Its function includes checking of criminal background that allowed individuals and organizations in requesting it. Ito ay essential para sa mga employers, government agencies, and other entities that need to verify the criminal records of applicants or employees. It also have a function of centralizing debates that helps preventing fraud and identity theft. Number 4 is the forensic laboratory enhancement. It was meant to exist because ensuring the quality and accuracy of forensic analysis and evidence processing is a critical function. It also has an ability to conduct forensic analysis on various types of evidence that involve DNA, fingerprints, ballistics. Example for ballistics is ito yung field of mechanics in which there is movement of object or being thrown away in the air, such as bullets fired from the gun. And also there is drugs and cybercrime related evidence. Number 5 is the cybercrime unit. It has the function of investigating various types of cybercrimes, including the hacking, online fraud, cyberbullying, identity theft, and other illegal activities conducted through digital means. Number 6. Protection of NBI personnel. It has a function that measures security to safeguard NBI offices, facilities, and personnel from potential threats, including physical security enhancements, access control, and surveillance. Ito rin ay nag-offer ng security training and awareness to equip them with the knowledge and skills necessary to respond to security threats effectively. Number 7 is to strengthen coordination with other agencies. Its function is to collaborate with other agencies on joint operations and to share intelligently with other law enforcement agencies at the national, local, international levels to address complex criminal cases that may involve multiple jurisdictions or special purpose. Number 8 is the professional development. Its function is to conduct training programs for NBI personnel to enhance their knowledge and skills, just like leadership training and mentoring programs para masigurado ang pagiging effective ng kanilang management, decision making, at nang mapalawak pa ang kanilang kakayahan. Number 9. Adoption of modern technology. Adopting of modern technology ay nakakatulong para ma-enhance yung abilidad ng NBI to investigate and to combat different forms of crime, to respond to emerging threats, and improve overall operational efficiency. And lastly is number 10, which is the accountability and transparency. Ito ay napaka-importante for upholding the rule of law and ensuring government agencies and officials held responsible for their actions, maintaining public trust in the justice system. Nakakatulong din ito para masigurado that justice is served and the legal process is fair. And my discussion ends here.